Well gamers, it's been a couple of weeks since we've been here, but I've been a bit absent over the last week or so because E3's been around and it has actually been my birthday, so I've got a lot of good shit to show you guys on the shit I'll probably never play this week. I was going to upload last night, but this happened. Sorry guys. So, instead of toasting with a drink, we will toast with a bottle of water today, because we need to get those fluids up. So guys, here's to the games that love us, here's to the games that don't love us. You know what, stuff those games. These are the shit we'll probably never play. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, YouTube proudly presents to you its #1, I think, gaming collecting show in the world! I am Mad Mikey, and this is the shit I'll probably never play! Mad Mikey Gaming. That's right, gamers. I'm Mad Mikey. I come from the bloody land down under, and welcome to another edition of The Shit I'll Probably Never Play, the show where I show off all the gaming pickups that I have picked up over the last couple of weeks. Sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's 2 weeks, you know, just depends when I've got a fair decent amount of things to show off. So guys, if you like today's video, don't forget, thumbs up, give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends, because they might like games. Now, as I said in the intro, it's actually been my birthday. So generally, what my tradition is over this period of time is I'll take 2 weeks off from work and I'll catch up on E3. If you want to sort of know my opinions and thoughts on E3, don't forget to go check out the #GamerNation podcast over on iTunes or wherever it is that you listen to things. It's also on SoundCloud. I got a lot of games this week. It's obviously when it's your birthday, you get birthday presents, you get gift cards. So let's start off with what was a very eventful time. Mrs. Mikey bought me some games. Yes, the last time she bought me a game was pretty much when we just got married, and it was that Xbox 360 game. Yeah, I can't remember what it was because it was so long ago. But she came through with the goods. She just asked, "What do you want?" And I said, "Look, there's a couple of Dreamcast games that I've been eyeing off, and I can't really afford them at the moment, but it fit into with her budget, which was really good." So the first one that I picked up was one that I've been after a while. Grandia 2. Now, this is a RPG, sort of, you know, like your Final Fantasy type games. I've played it a bit the other night. It's actually really cool. And especially with the VGA adapter, these games look amazing. I'm playing it on a sort of 55-inch LED TV, and it looks really, really amazing. The FMV scenes, yeah, you can't do much with them, but when the gameplay comes on, it looks crisp, it looks beautiful. It looks like just a really dodgy Xbox 360 game, but I love it. I was having a lot of fun with it the other night, and she got me not one, but two. And the other one was one that I've been after for a very, very long time, but just haven't been able to find a good price point, but sort of looking around at your birthday and knowing that I got Power Stone 2. Now, I'm a big fan of the first Power Stone, and I really enjoy this sort of brawler type game. And again, it looks amazing. It's VGA compatible, and I like, this was just so much on a bigger, grander scale than the first one. A lot more characters, a lot more levels, and I love the Dreamcast games, guys. So I got birthday money, I got vouchers. So what did I get with my vouchers? First off, what I got with a voucher was this epic Connor statue. It's called The Last Breath. So I actually thought, when I've been looking at it, that it was actually going to be Charles Lee down here, but it's actually not. It's some random dude that you just, you know, about to tomahawk to his death. But I love Connor. I love Assassin's Creed 3, so this was a no-brainer. If you look back there, like, I'm getting pretty close to having all the Connor statues, which I'm very proud of. I love Connor. And next up, what I got was I got some new Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. So this one came out with arms. Now, ARMS, I didn't really rate this game when I was sort of looking at it as they were advertising and everything. But over E3, there was the ARMS tournament, and it looked a lot of good fun. So it's a good party game. There's single player elements to it. So I'm actually looking forward. I did play around with it a bit, but that happened. So this is, I was having a lot of fun with it. It takes a while to get sort of used to the controls, the gyro controls and everything like that. But so far so good. It's got free DLC coming out soon that they announced over at E3. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this game. And then there was actually, what else did I get? The Town of Light. Now, I actually saw this for sale digitally on the Xbox One store, and I sort of looked at the trailer and I'm like, that looks pretty cool. It's based on the thoughts, play through the eyes of Renee, a 16-year-old girl who suffers from the symptoms of mental illness. So she's actually gone home. She's going to go check it out. It's like your first-person sort of game. It came with some collector's edition sort of real place inspired cards, so they'll probably stay in there. But I'm actually looking forward to playing this. I might stream it, might just have a look, because it's just one of those games that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. I certainly just sort of stumbled upon it and thought it looked actually really cool, because I do watch a lot of the trailers on there for games that I don't know that much about. And then JB Hi-Fi was actually having a 2 for $40 sale, so I picked up Deception and The World of Final Fantasy. Now, these are a couple of games that I have been sort of eyeing off for a while, but didn't want to sort of pay the big bucks for them. Final Fantasy is a sort of kiddies-looking style of Final Fantasy game. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, and I didn't really sort of understand what it is, but I'm going to obviously have a look at that one. And then this one I've been sort of eyeing off since the PlayStation 3 days. It got redone on the PlayStation 4, as what PlayStation does a lot of, unfortunately. But this is like the complete edition. It's a trap-based game, so you basically set traps for people and whatever. I think there's a story to it. Again, I don't know that much about it, but 2 for $40, the game that I don't really see around that much. And on my latest venture with CEX, ordered 3 games. I was lucky that all 3 games were actually at the one store, so they all got sent at one, and I got them all at one. First one, I was actually talking to a friend at work. We were talking about fighting games, because obviously Tekken 7, which was another game that I picked up. I did the unboxing of the collector's edition, so if you guys want to go check that out, you should see something up around here. So I won't go into that one too much. We were talking about fighting games, and he sort of brought up the fact that there was this Xbox game where you could sort of break limbs and they'd actually stay broken through the game. And I'm like, oh, I know what that game is. And if you didn't guess it, it is Tao Thing. This is actually a really cool looking game. So yeah, like basically it's from one of the creators of the Mortal Kombat series. So it's pretty violent. It's pretty gruesome. As we said, like if you break somebody's arm during the match, that sort of arm is limp and they can't really use it. So thank you, Nathan, for bringing that one up, because I used to have it, but I got rid of it. And because that game was only $4 and they charged $6 for shipping, I thought, we'll get a couple of other cheap games. And I got Everybody's Tennis for $1. But with cash converters, obviously, it was $5. The stickers on these are really friggin' hard to get. And if you know me, you know that I hate these stickers. Everybody Golf has always been a really sort of fun game. As you know, there's one coming out on the PlayStation 4. I thought, hey, if the golf games are good, the tennis games can't be that bad. You can't really stuff that up. And the last one that I got from there was Soul Reaver 2. A big fan of the Legacy of Kain series. Ever since I played the first one on the PlayStation 1, I've always enjoyed them. I love Azrael in the game. It's really cool. And again, like, the game was only like $3 or $4, but yeah, stickers on the actual bloody cardboard, I have to leave it as anal as I get over those things. And the last 2 games was actually when I bought a Sega Megadrive 2 off of a colleague at work. She said, look, I've got a couple of games, but I don't know where they are, sort of thing. So she finally got around to finding them, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I got, and they were Sonic, the compilation, Sonic 1 and 2. I'm really wrapped in that, and like everything's there. So, and a lot of friends are actually telling me that this was a really good pickup, so I'm fairly happy with that one. And Crash Dummies, which I don't really know that much about. I know that sort of Crash Dummies was a thing back in the day. It looks like it's a bit of a platformer game. And yeah, hit me up in the comments. Say happy birthday if you really want. I'm getting old, really old. And let me know what games you've been picking up. And please don't forget, go check out the Gamer Nation podcast. It's hashtag Gamer Nation podcast. Myself and American McBeasy, we actually do that every fortnight. So don't forget to subscribe to that one. But guys, that's it for this week. It might be a couple of weeks, although I do have a couple of games on order coming in, just from random conversations that I was sort of talking to people on Instagram, and they sort of showed some games, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to jump on that. But guys, that's it. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.